Yes, she's been great mentally. She hasn't really. Well, it's the first time anyone's got 4 games against her this week. It'd be very interesting to see what would happen if she was broken here or she lost the first set.
Van der Way is turning the Gondo, right service line. The both go out. Second serve.
Talk me through the second serve of Van der Ways.
I mean, she's got such a fast arm, and I mean, when she kicks it, it gets up high. It's just a heavy serve.
Step ladder time, isn't it?
6'1" Van der Way makes full use of her height. The thing is with Van der Way, the serve has always been her biggest weapon. These days, she's just smarter about how she uses it, varies it up better.
We've seen the occasional serve and volley. I don't know if that'll come into this final.
Considering how much she arches her back, I'm amazed she hasn't had any back problems, as we see Pat Cash, her coach, 1987 Wimbledon champion.
Sharp as you like from Van der Way, and it's another routine service hold for the Californian.
4 games over.
So he's been having to do some just old-fashioned Aussie hard yards. I think she was pretty shocked when they started hitting together up in Birmingham at how intense these training sessions were and how hard and what his expectations were of her on a daily basis. He's not messing around, is he, Pat?
No, well, it's an exciting project for him because he's never really coached a player before, so I'm sure he sees this as a great challenge, and he's got a player who has huge weapons to work with. Yeah, she had a little break after Wimbledon, but not for too long, and the week before this tournament had a good training week with Pat. She did say after Wimbledon, though, one of the first things she did was get back to the gym to work out. The European season with the clay court events and then the grass court events, there are a lot of matches being played, so you don't get as much time to work on your fitness.
You've got to get fit for these Pat Cash training sessions.
Well, those training sessions will get you fit, no doubt.
Just her third double fault. She's been very aggressive with that second delivery. Third double fault. She's been very aggressive with that second delivery. relief. Very much hope you're enjoying this final, but we're right at the start of this Cup, and you'll have a chance to see Karolina Pliskova, the world #1. Simona Halep hopes she's feeling a lot better. She's the defending champion. Angelique Kerber, the reigning US Open champion, is in the draw. It's a classy field. Here's the Wimbledon champion. And of course, the 7th seed is our Jo Konta, the champion in Stanford last year, not defending a title. And the good news is that Heather Watson has come through qualifying, and she can look to build on her successes from Wimbledon. That all starts tomorrow afternoon on BT Sport 1. Annie, it's a busy summer, isn't it? I can't believe we're almost at the final major of the year. Toronto, and the Western and Southern Open in the heat and humidity of Cincinnati with the big roller coaster in the background. And then the last tune-up in New Haven.
Yeah.
Then it's the last major of the year, and then it's time for you to give birth. It's like a schedule.
Yeah.
I've got it in my mobile phone. All these
well,
alarms.
I'm glad that last part was in your schedule.
You planned it so beautifully.
Well, I couldn't miss the American hardcore.
No,
could I?
No, not for all the tea in China. The red corner going very well, but in the blue corner, first real pressure for Van der Wey, serving to stay in this opening set.
Low. Structure was good. For silver.
Oh, well, we were wondering when Van der Wey was going to serve and volley.
It's interesting that she's chosen this game to do so, and she's lost both of the points. And cool, calm tennis from Keys, and she is rewarded with not just her first break point on the Van der Wey serve, but it's a set point. Oh. Out of the top drawer, the confidence. Well, this is what was supposed to happen in American tennis. The youngsters coming through, trying to be the next Venus and Serena. I feel like this is starting to happen. Venus, the beaten finalist here last year, was to Jo Konta, who decided not to defend her title. Had a very heavy grass court season. She'll begin in Toronto next week. Went for it, didn't quite make it, and Van der Wey survives her first bit of pressure and comes through in style.
5 games over.
Well, Annie, you said at the start it's going to be tight, and maybe Coco just edges it, but this has a look, the exact look as what you were talking about. Got two great servers here.
Yeah,
it's almost like a men's match. They're going to hold, and there's going to be a couple of points either way.
And given how well both are serving, it's tough to see any break coming. I mean, there have been break point opportunities for both, but this court is fast. It's a tough court to really have an impact on the return games when you're up against a big server.
It'll be very interesting with Keys having played so little this year. If the physicality of the week just catches up with her at some point in this final.
Oh, that's smart from Van der Wey. Doesn't try and overplay the volley.
30 all.
Keeps this short. Low.
Few loose ones in this game from Keys. For a third service game in the set, having to face a break point. Great shot selection and decision making from Van der Wey.
Smart change up there on the serve from Keys. Goes for the 3/4 instead of the fast flat one on the first serve.
You wouldn't be too unhappy, would you, if you had one of these serves in your armoury? Either will do.
I choose Madison Keys' technique on serve over Coco's though.
Slightly more aesthetic, isn't it?
Advantage, Keys.
Madison Keys facing the pressure and coming through once again, and she pushes ahead in this opening set. 6-5 she leads, and we're on serve. First meeting between these two, and I wish they'd played more often.
Yes. I mean, can you imagine these two playing against each other on a grass court, though? Or, I mean, both love playing on the grass. Both have 2 titles to their name, and both won both their titles on grass.
Extraordinary. So, first 40 minutes, what are your thoughts?
I love it. I love what both have brought to the court. I mean, there really isn't that much between the two of them. And this is modern day women's tennis. This is power, first ball strike, women's tennis. And you know, this is how I see the game moving on in the years to come.
This is what it's supposed to look like. The successors to Serena and Venus and Sharapova, if you like, and even Azarenka, they're supposed to play big babe tennis, aren't they?
Yeah.
In a way, Halep, Kerber, that's somewhat of a throwback.
Yes. But, you know, I think Venus and Serena set the bar high, and these two have really followed suit in terms of style of play.
Well, they've got to get cracking because there's all these really good American youngsters coming through, Bellis and Day and all sorts of them.
They've got great depth. Women's tennis in America, super depth.
They've got to stay ahead of the pack. Very determined and stern-looking Van der Waait. Once again, serving to stay in this opening set.
This set of tennis deserves a tie break, really, doesn't it?
Both women putting so much thought into these deliveries in terms of pace, direction and spin. It's great to see. Really absorbing opening 45 minutes, and we do have that breaker. Neither have played a tie-break this week. In fact, Keys has only played one all year. She's played very few matches on tour. This is just her 16th of the season. But the good news is and she's won 8 of them.
and line, the both goal in.
Yeah, Madison had a look at it, and I can understand why it took a little too. There's Torner, there's Coco's mum, two-time Olympian.
3 challenges remaining.
Different sports in swimming and volleyball. There's a few athletic genes floating around in the Van der Wey family.
Oh, she gets right.
So first mini break to Keys.
2-1.
He really has sort of played catch up this whole set in terms of having more pressure behind her serve.
Good hustling there from Van der Wey.
2-0. Mr. Van der Wey trying to go on the right baseline. The ball goes out.
Already had one unsuccessful challenge in this set. Make that 2.
No sense.
It's all right, she's got an extra one for the tie break. I think if you're not
3-2.
sure, you might as well challenge.
Well,
It'll just bug you otherwise, won't
Yeah.
it?
Van der Wey has
I
3
mean,
challenges
it
remaining.
is going to be 1 or 2 points.
Keys.
Keys with the mini break once again.
Managed by Max Eisenbud, the manager and agent of Maria Sharapova. Signed her when she was 12, 13 years of age, and has always believed in Madison. Hasn't quite fulfilled all the promise. She's touted as a future world #1 and Grand Slam champion. Still only 22 years of age. Great to have these pack stands here on this quite unusual centre court. It's actually built on a couple of other courts as well, just for this event.
Wasn't taking any chances that time, Van der Wey. Straight through the middle with the short forehand.
4-3. Keys. Keys.
Oh, what tennis from these two. And somehow Van der Wey hustles and recovers the mini break.
This was a great slice backhand from Van der Wey. Nice change up.
It's not a shot I've seen her use very often. You've got to admire the defence and the shot selection. I mean, normally there'd be 1,000,000-to-1 shot, wouldn't there? More on that wide forehand.
She's been chiselling that backhand much more this week than I have seen her do in the past. And I'm sure I could just picture her and Pat Cash just slicing and dicing away at each other on the practice court.
Oh, fantastic. Immediate apology by Madison. You cannot take your eyes off this match.
Whether that forehand had hit the net, top of the net, or not, it was going to be a good shot.
Long opening sets. 2 set points and chances to close here for Keys. She's made
it going to be a good shot.
Long opening sets. 2 set points and chances to close here for Keys. She's made it. She takes it on the breaker by 7 points to 4.
Is he going to be a hero, or will he go to 0? Unbelievable.
Explore the mind of a thrill seeker at the Grand Prix of Austria, only on BT Sport.
That there on the phone is Quiff, the sports betting app, where every time you place a bet, your odds might get quiffed. What does getting quiffed feel like? It feels like catching a glass before it hits the ground. And the catch is so amazing that you never stop holding it. And everyone's like, why is he always holding that glass? Until they find out that you caught it when you opened the cupboard. And they think, I get it. That's the best feeling available to a human being. And that, more or less, is Quiff.